So substituting these values for f theta n t, we get this value is equal to 116.99 Newton. Similarly, next considering this Ry, it is equal to sigma Fy is equal to, this is a plus n cos theta and plus t sin theta, and it is minus f sin theta because acting downward, and also minus w. So substituting the values, given values for n, theta, t, f and w, what we get is it is 202.63. So 202.63 Newton. Now after this, then r equal to under root r square plus ry square. Substituting rx and ry, what we get is so this value, so 116.99 square plus 202.63 square is equal to under root answer, this is equal to 233.977. so 233.98 Newton is the resultant force. And direction, so this is rx is positive value, so rx is equal to positive 116.99 Newton, and ry also positive, and it is ry, then r must be like this. So that implies, now constructing this one triangle here, this implies ry. Let us say this angle is some alpha, so this tan alpha is equal to ry by rx. From this alpha is equal to, so ry is equal to 202.63 divided by 116.99 is equal to shift tan inverse answer. So we got this value is equal to 59.999. so this is equal to 60 degree. So if you observe here, 60 degree means this inclined plane is making an angle theta, that is theta is equal to 60 degree. That implies this resultant force r is acting along the inclined plane. We got alpha 60, theta also 60, that implies now this resultant force is acting along the inclined plane. So magnitude and direction. Here this is the alpha 60 means that because the inclined plane is making an angle 60 with the horizontal, and we got here the resultant force also making an angle 60 with the horizontal, means this resultant force r is along the inclined plane. This is usual method, but when we have problems like this, inclined plane problems, better resolve the forces along the inclined plane and normal to inclined plane. See, in this case, if you see with respect to x and y axis, we have t here, t, n, w are the inclined planes. So we have resolved these three forces along x and y axis. Only w is acting along y axis. But if you resolve, because here we are resolving the force into two rectangular components, basically those two components are mutually perpendicular. The two components are mutually perpendicular. So here in this case, when we have problems like inclined plane, so better resolve all the forces along the inclined plane and normal to the inclined plane. So in that case also, like the two components are mutually perpendicular. So let us solve the second case method here. So now same thing, I'll draw this figure again. This angle is given as theta. So here is our point object. So here now we are going to resolve. See, already t is acting along the inclined plane, so no need to resolve it, and F is also acting along the inclined plane, no need to resolve it, and N is acting normal to inclined plane, no need to resolve it. Only thing is, now with respect to this along the inclined plane, normal to inclined plane, W is the incline making an angle. What is that angle? So if you extend this line here, this angle is the 90 here, theta, 90 minus theta, this total angle is 90, so this will become theta. So this is nothing but actually this complete normal line, both are actually, this complete is normal, it is acting along this line N. I have not drawn properly. This is all one single line which is normal to this inclined plane. This line which is shown here, this is normal to this inclined plane. So that implies this is theta. If you resolve it into two components, so I will extend this. Same, this line is here, I have shown same this line here. Now W is like this, W is like this, and this angle is given as theta. This is W. Now if you resolve it, this W into two components, so the two components must be normal to each other. So in this quadrant here, this is one component and this is other component, and this arrow is away with respect to this point, so both the components arrows also must be away. And this W is making an angle theta with this component, it will become cos. So this is W cos theta, and other one is, this is W sin theta. See now, here we have resolved all the forces along the inclined plane, normal to inclined plane. In this case only we have only W is the inclined making an angle with the this one with respect to this inclined plane, normal to inclined plane. So now what I'll do is, now we'll take now R. Now R, instead of saying Rx, R along the inclined plane, because now we are resolving all the forces along the inclined plane, normal to inclined plane. So this is R along the inclined plane, is equal to sum of the forces acting along the inclined plane, along the inclined plane. Components of all the forces acting on the body along the inclined plane, that is, we'll get the component of R acting along the inclined plane. So now this is equal to, if we take this direction as positive, and this direction will become negative. Similarly, if you take this direction as positive, this direction will become negative. This is for our reference. I am taking upward as positive, downward as negative. Similarly, here also this direction as positive, this as downward as negative. So then if we take along the inclined plane, this, so T will become positive. It is T minus, this is acting along positive direction, plus T, and this F is acting downward this direction, which is minus, so minus F, and also W also this direction, so it is minus W sin theta. And substituting these values here, what we get here is so this value is equal to 233.98 Newton after substituting the values for T, F, W and theta. Similarly, next is the R perpendicular to the inclined plane, like Rx, Ry. Similarly here, R inclined to along the inclined plane, and R component normal to inclined plane. So now sigma F perpendicular to the inclined plane. So here we have only this one, N is acting along this direction, so it is upward, taken as positive, so N minus and W acting downward, so minus W cos theta. So here N is given as 500 and W is given as 1000. Cos theta means cos 60 is 1 by 2, so 1000 1 by 2 is 500, N is 500, so it is, will get 0. We get 0, that is there is no force along this direction, that resultant force along the normal to inclined plane is 0, right? And see, now only the, now that implies what, only finally what we got is this is theta, and here now this r inclined plane, r inclined plane or rectangle inclined, and r, this is 0. R normal to inclined plane means this direction, this angle is 90, but this is 0. We got this as 0. That implies now the resultant force R is equal to under root of r, I'm not writing completely, r square inclined plane acting along inclined plane square plus r perpendicular to inclined plane square. So that implies r inclined plane is 0, so root and square cancel, so what you get is r is equal to r perpendicular to the inclined plane. That implies the resultant force is nothing but only acting along the inclined plane, and that value is 233.98